free paper bun. Why did it originate as free paper bun? Why a free paper for bun?
I've wondered long and hard about that. I've immediately make the connection to emancipation.
Okay.
And when we get emancipation,
Why you have to get wash out? Why you think them have to put in? You used to get wash out, don't it?
I don't know why they have this thing with name, Mojo Herb.
Spanish Needle by Claude Mckay.
Lovely, dainty Spanish needle with her yellow flower and white, dew bedecked and soft. Songs of praise. Who knows songs of praise? Blue cover hymnal. From that book you have hymn 11, I remember. Morning has broken. What they used to use like gift wrap paper.
In my time was brown paper.
I can tell brown paper, gift wrap paper, and some people use good old newspaper. Let me say the Gleaner.
Yeah, the Gleaner where life unfolds.
Yeah. No matter how poor you are, my children going back to school in a new uniform. Yes?
If it's even for work for the first two days.
Even for the
Kareem's Quest.
Welcome to another Kareem's Quest podcast with my resident host, Vivian Grant. Welcome.
I'm good. I'm alive today. It's a nice day, turned out nicely. It was very overcast.
Yeah.
Most of the day now we have nice sunshiny day.
GB, let me just remind you. So GB is a former teacher. She is also a cancer survivor. She's a historian. She taught history and she's still teaching history and literature and English. All right, so she taught me as well. Now, GB, on today's podcast, right, we are going back into the school days and we'll go back to when you start school. Now, GB, as you talk about the uniform and thing, where you think the talk first place might come from now? Free paper bun. Why did it originate as free paper bun? Why a free paper for bun?
I've wondered long and hard about that. And maybe it's a history.
Okay.
But the first time I tried to get an explanation, Mama said she doesn't know. It just means that it's time to the happy times, the frolicking of summer holidays. That is over.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it means. But for me, free paper, I've immediately make the connection to emancipation.
Okay.
And when we get emancipation, it was that written document, the paper that freed you from bondage. Only this time, it's converse. It frees you from the frolicking and the fun time. And
so we're going to
freedom.
We're going back into history.
Restriction. You're going back to school. There's orders. There's restriction. You don't just stuff food in your mouth. You have lunchtime, whatever. But because the parents really do give us nice time, a little freedom.
In the summer, don't
you have to get very boisterous. Hi, this is my house, you know.
So let's go back to the routine now of getting ready to get back into the school system as a little child. Why you have to get wash out? Why you think them have to put in? You used to get wash out, don't it? No? How? How you avoid that?
I'm not, hello? I'm smart. I've always been smart. I don't know why they have this thing with name, Mojo Herb.
Okay.
Which, I don't know why, it's the only thing I know Mama gave us till Daddy just stop her. Anyhow, it's pit latrine, thank you. One side for the adults and one side for the pickaninnies. But in the herb time, your wash out time, you're allowed to go in an adult section. Or 6 hours, you know. But you could have count 5. So you get your big mug. And then I put no milk in them and no sugar. I don't know, because I never drink it. Then I cannot. Yeah? But I had a brother, Ricky. Ricky the greedy brother. Ricky never care. Ricky said, give me fear. And I just give it to Ricky and him drink it. And sometimes them share it. Donovan, Ricky, all. No one I love my boys, so them share it up. But one day, my mother said, how you playing Jack so long? I'm going to see him one time to go around that place. And my father with his sarcastic self, I said, well, I must say she named Concrete Gut.
No wash out.
No wash out. But when I was 20, my father said that he knew that them boy drink it for me and he never think it necessary anyhow. So he never tell
Do you
us.
think that it was very important to get washed out before you go to school?
I don't want to touch it.
No, but in terms of in general.
But somebody would them eat so much crap anyhow in the summer. They need to clear up the system, man. Maybe, yes, I think that if it works for some people.
Okay.
Because by the end of summer, I tell you, you know, you have, first of all, them go into all kind of bush, go pick guava, plum. We used to have a thing named Radodal now in a body. Me want seem to know it's a purple berry thing. Them boy shoot birds.
With them bingy?
Bingy. And then you they come and they hardly ever cook it in frying pan. Them roast the bird. Constitution strong, you know.
Yeah, because you deep feather it and
well, no, you pick feather and they wash it, they clean, they good like that. But funny enough, Donovan was the oldest boy. You know he don't eat bird, he didn't eat it. But he would roast it and fix it for us. And me they like it, boy. No salt and pepper. You salt it out. But some children somebody will tell us, but I know that there are some children because of all the things that happen and they eat sweet things and that and mango, they get things on their skin. And I'll use a Jamaican word, say, Lord, the little pitney the whole summer I eat all kind of foolishness. They have fussy on the skin.
fussy.
Meaning sores, sores and pimples and whatever. So that was supposed to purify. That herb thing was to purify the blood.
Make you start off fresh.
And fix you up, and by the time you go to school, you have nice skin and whatever.
Come we get to the uniform part. At what point do you buy your material to make your uniform? You buy it in July or in August? Or in June?
I don't know.
When
my mother was a dressmaker.
So when she do our heavy duties then, our work schedule would be, were we still a last minute set of people then, basically? Because in my time, it was still last minute. Meaning say straight up to all September morning, tailor and dressmaker still make uniform.
She didn't know like a large thing. Because my father was like he wanted to run camp inside our house. So Mama used to hide and so for some people. But the truth is, according to my father, she had 6 children to sew for. My mother sewed the boys' khaki shirt as they got into the puberty, you know, pretty, she sent the pants to the tailor. Now that pants is going to go, we get holidays June, and I tell you, by the middle of June, Mama buy the khaki for them boy. A yard and third? Yes, a yard and a third, I think, make a pants or something like that. But she would buy for the 3 boys, and she would give that to a man who lived up on hill, Ma stealing. He did wonderful job, but he took long. But Mama never had that problem because she gave him from early. And we're really a last minute set of people because everybody coming. Next week school open. This week is a tough week, you know.
Because what enough tailor to this day, you know what a lot of tailor have to do, you know. They have to send with all 1 pants and say, yo, end of the month, you get the next 2.
Get one, go figure that out. Yeah. You have fridge hat and they don't make it like that.
No, fridge back. Know
what they're going to do.
Yeah, don't it, you put that on fridge back.
And whatever.
Would those pants be extra long or make with the seam them where it seam up where you have it fold up a good portion of it? Where you let down if the boy them start grow more and more? Because that used to happen in my time, you know.
Some people do that because it's expensive. So they make it a little longer and they cuff it. They turn it and then you cuff it. And as they grow so fast as they grow, you turn on the cuff, you get a little bit more out of it. But I don't recall Mama doing that for Donovan.
What about the girls and the uniforms? Was it like the same procedure with females? You give it ahead of time and...
No, the people in the district where show the uniform?
Yeah.
Last week, I'm bring it come. and 2 weeks before that. Right? Because remember, we as a people, we like newness.
True.
Right?
True.
And school, no care how the person, hey, Jamaica's a lovely place to live. No matter how poor you are, my children going back to school in a new uniform. Yes?
If it's even for work for the first two
If it's
days.
even for the first week,
True.
you have something new. And right down to the shoes. And that's fabulous for me. That's a good thing. But it also creates a kind of culture where we feel like every time some new thing. And these same parents, you have to get new, let me not say you have to, but they're Jamaica. You have to get a new suit, new things for Christmas. And back when, in the 70s, 80s, you had polka dot wear for independence, green and yellow stripe wear for independence. I remember the denim independence. Then we had bandana and white, on denim and white trim with, man. So every independence, we don't have that again.
No, it
is nice.
Close. Sheena take over everything. Sheena run the place.
Style like
oh, by the way, big up to who is GB's wardrobe.
Disgrace.
Right?
My baby sister.
You get me? So, big you up. If you watch this, thank you so much,
Thanks,
right?
Diana.
All right. All right, so fine. So we deal with now the uniform for back to school, right? Now, what is it like in terms of getting that first back to school bus now? Okay, you talk a little bit about the Gossa, is so?
Gossa bus.
Gossa bus, right? What time you get in the morning for go up on the Gossa bus there now? Especially the Monday morning there. Was it like how it is now where Monday morning first, back to school Monday morning crammed?
Yes, it was, and it's worse in rural areas because remember, there's one little bus that comes and take, and if you miss it, you will have to walk. And nobody don't want to walk in them nice Christmas, you know. So people got up early, and thanks to all, some of them might have been dead now, all those truckers who used to offer us ride from Shell Tanker on the way on the A1 route to Mobay.
Right.
And these are good, decent gentlemen.
Not try to take advantage.
Oh, never, yeah, who offered us rides. And you see, when a truck stop, you think you're dainty, you run and jump up in that so fast, yeah? And like sometimes it's at one seat, driver's seat.
Let me just big up all the buses from St. Anne. And if you have any memories of taking them as a child, let us know again, right? So you're talking about Mayflower, you're talking about Sunbeam, you're talking about Mail Bus, you're talking about Spotlight, North Star, Beverly, and one person said
Beverly come from, yes.
Ganja Train. Another person said Northern Light.
Somebody telling you that.
Right?
Yes.
Victor.
Beverly. Somebody say about Beverly.
Yes, somebody about Beverly.
Yes, Ganja Train.
And Miss Esleen, right? Shop. No, sorry, that's a different shop. But yeah, so these are the buses that were extremely popular.
Don't let me go back now.
Yeah. So fine. So you dip on the bus there. But now, are you trying not to sweat? How you deal with it? How you manage it now? Okay, you're Chris
You might
now.
have to ask a very vain person. But I had a very vain sister who those pleats had to be kicking. Because those days they use starch, you know, and they put a little kerosene in it so it has a sheen.
Okay,
so
really?
Yes.
So what if you go close to fire?
No.
It's not flammable.
For sheen.
Okay.
Just like you put a little kerosene in the drum of water to keep away the wrigglers, mosquito thing. Yeah, man.
Okay.
And but it's pretty. I am no great laundress, and me just want my uniform for go school. And when I used to say I'm ironing, my sister said, "Not walking on the road. Not walk on the road with you. Give me." And she ironed it for me. But she bad, you know. The piece turn up, they cut like a knife. See all the boys in them khaki, and you see the seam. Hey, we don't have nothing compared to those times, and hey, out there, tell them.
Wait,
tell them how boys used to be sharp.
I want back
tucked in, neat.
More backtrack a little bit because I did not
Fine.
cover the book purchasing and the book wrapping. Was book wrapping a thing for you had to do?
No,
Not in your time, not you specifically.
No, well, yes, people wrapped books.
Yeah.
And what they used to use like gift wrap paper.
In my time was brown paper.
I can tell brown paper, gift wrap paper, and some people use good old newspaper. Let me say the Gleaner.
Yeah, the Gleaner where life unfolds.
Yes, because they use that. But I've never liked my books wrapped. And my parents got me. Siblings will tell you. I have books from second form, notebooks, textbooks, and I've used some of those textbooks to teach.
So let me ask you though.
But some people just don't care books.
Yeah, because and especially
but no,
the boys.
no, it's nice, you know.
Yeah.
They have it's transparent.
Yes.
And you just put that, you lock that in neatly.
And sometimes you can
nice.
order it from the bookstore now, you know.
And get your book nice.
Pre-wrap.
Yes, man.
So let me ask you then, where would you're in St. Anne at this point, where do you go to buy your book?
Claremont.
Claremont?
Yeah, I live in Golden Grove.
Yeah.
And so you go to Claremont.
You remember the name of the store that you would go to in Claremont?
Oh, where the bookstore? I'm old. I don't remember, but you could get your books to buy. And if those that you can't get, you go to St. Anne's Bay. And there was this famous bookstore, somebody helped old people down in St. Anne's Bay. If you don't get it anywhere else, you can go to St. Anne's Bay.
Okay.
I had an older brother who was in Linstead. And so he would come up and some people go Linstead. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Because people go Linstead market, go buy khaki fabric in the market.
Okay.
And apparently it was quite cheap. You know, quite reasonable because, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Look, good quality khaki.
How was it then for you guys? Was it the same as now where you have to be buying a lot of textbooks?
I had a lot of textbooks. But luckily for me, I didn't buy books. Textbooks. Because if you get a full government scholarship, you get your books.
Okay.
So I didn't realize what it was, but you just got up to, that's high school. You go up to the bookshop and you get your books and you sign for it.
But you can't. But more I tell
but
me
even
then,
if you go in the bookstores, there's a lot of books, you know. Because at third form, you start to do biology. You break from general science and you start biology. And you had this big green book. Somebody out there tell me about the big green book. It's McKean was the author, and it had a big ant on the cover. And what we would do now, when they reach age, you know, one carry bag to school. It's maybe you think it was a picnic carry bag. So you would have the classes. So today, you set up the McKean bio book like this, and you put if we have language every day, your English language textbook on the two sides, and then you carry them like this. Go on. But anytime you see a girl start carrying her book them, so she gone up.
Yeah, man, she gone up.
Yeah. Wow. But by the way, we're leaving out something that happens now, but ours very strict. You had to do your medical.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you have to carry it in.
Yeah? I mean, it wasn't so hard and fast.
No wonder they get them wash out because sometimes by the time.
But is you tell me to that during the hours of like during the school hour, the school is responsible for the child, so the school
it is legally so. But and during the time you're assigned to my class,
the teacher is the responsible.
I am responsible for you. So all of you out there who thought I was miserable, I was just protecting myself legally.
Yeah, of course.
But I did love her still.
So
yeah.
Let me ask you. Yeah, I forget the exercise book with the timetable
at the back. We had a school logo.
Okay.
And you had you have to have the timetable on the back, especially when you're going all year school. Yeah?
What other book? You have to get, did you used to buy first aid? Did you used to get first aid them time there?
First aid in English, the blue cover book?
Yeah, the blue cover book. You remember that book?
How you get into this book?
Everybody has to have it.
First aid in English.
You have to swat it because
you don't have to swat anything.
Oh gosh, you have to
just
swat
know
it. Right?
And you do groups.
What would they ask
a pack of thieves.
Yes. A school of
bevy,
fish.
a
Yeah.
bevy of ladies. Yes,
A school of
but
fish.
learning was beautiful, and you learn that. It's first year that I learned that all parrot fish in the pot, you say fish. We'll talk about that maybe later, but if you have parrot and you have jack and you have grunt, it's fishes.
Oh, I did not know that.
That's why I say all the fishes in the ocean.
Oh.
Because there's not one fish in there. Type of
Okay,
fish.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
stuff like that.
So if it's different types of fish, you say fishes?
Fishes.
Okay.
But if it's just
One,
yeah, my
all
brother
the parrot
carries some
fish.
parrot. You know, if it's a parrot fish, fish.
Okay. Okay, all right, good. So
Well,
I did that. So
if
general.
I say to you, I'm cooking a steaming fish for dinner, and you say, you should say what type. So I say parrot. Don't ask me what else because it will tell me that, yeah, you're kind of slipping up.
Okay then. So yeah, I forget a hymn.
Hymnal,
Hymnal.
yes. Songs of praise. Who knows songs of praise? Blue cover hymnal. And of course, from that book you have, must it, 11? Hymn 11, I remember. Morning has
broken.
broken. Oh my God.
Like the first bird. Blackbird has spoken like the first.
Man, beautiful. And the principal's wife used to play the piano.
So wait, who wrote that? Who wrote that hymnal?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I
that.
still have mine, by the way.
And then somebody, it never write with no, it never had no.
It didn't have the musical scores. But
Right, so you'd have to depend on somebody who
the
knows.
person playing the music. But we know them.
Okay.
Morning has broken. New every morning is thy love. Awakening up and uprising through sleep.
Which
and
other
darkness,
song you
born.
had to sing at devotion?
Is that we just sang a lot of
And they used to make us stand up in a long, they used to make us stand up in the sun for the long devotion. Then why black people have to have long devotions? I was so tired first session.
People.
Yeah, man.
Where in the sun you used to stand?
It no matter which school. I went to Southermere, big up Miss Campbell. I went to Jesse Repal. At the same thing, you stand up in the sun.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right? First of all, you have to sing. So you sing.
What did we sing?
We used to sing things like my head, my shoulder, my knees. Right?
Yes, yes.
Right. What you used to sing?
On a Friday morning, it was chorus morning at primary school. At high school, those that we talk about, morning has broken, you know, those songs. But I'm trying to sing. Primary school, you just sang one little hymn.
Okay. And well, for us at primary school, no, we are sing songs, right?
And sometimes the teacher was good at music.
Yes.
A teacher will be there with that is at primary school, all age school, and they would track the thing.
Okay.
Like they say, new every morning is thy love, and we sang that, and then all waking and uprising, yeah.
Okay.
And we learn that. And after a while, because you're young and the brain, you just know that song.
And then guess what? You have to know the two psalms then. What are the two psalms then that you must say?
Make a joyful noise unto the
Psalm
Lord.
100, Psalm 23.
The Lord is thy shepherd. Yes, yes.
The most popular psalms.
I'm laughing now, and say, but that was just wrote, and you just know
wrote.
it. It's just but don't turn up your nose on it. I've had times as an adult when the only thing that I can think of is the Lord is my shepherd. You know, and I still have on my phone that prepares a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
Because it's applicable.
Man.
Because I think...
But we never understand what we say.
I think at that
you
point...
go into it.
David then at the heart of the battle. So it speaks to adversities more than anything else, which the world we go through.
And you're afraid. Even as a little child, you're afraid. Hey, a fool like that, you know, you're scared, but you had that. That's your go-to.
Right.
23rd Psalm.
23rd Psalm. Big thing that does it. So you had to know that one, right? The next thing that was, did you have to say like the pledge?
At primary school?
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Which one? So before God and all mankind?
Yes. National pledge.
It's not every, I don't recall us doing that every. Like maybe the beginning of school year, school term, and the end of school term.
So there are some poems that somebody wanted me to mention, so let me mention them. So the person said there's this thing called Spanish Needle by Claude Mckay.
Lovely, dainty Spanish needle with her yellow flower and white, dew bedecked and softly sleeping. Hey!
What is that about? Why?
That's a poem. That's Spanish
So wait,
needle.
what was the relevance of Spanish needle?
You see, you're not even know the good words.
No, that's okay, fine.
It gives you lyrics so they get bored. It's lovely, dainty Spanish needle. I'm looking for seeing the Spanish needle around here. With that little white flower, they use it to feed rabbit in the country. With her yellow flower and white, right inside here, you have the yellow part, the petals white. Dew bedecked, meaning in the early morning hours the dew fell on it, you know. So it falls on it, dew.
Man, I talk to woman like that again though.
And so, softly.
I don't know about you on that.
What do you say? Well, how do you say it? You know, I think I would prefer that.
All right, so the next one is this Ballad of 65 by Alman Norman.
It's a poem or it's a story, short story.
I have no idea.
Ballad of 65. Yeah.
Right.
I've seen it recently on my bookshelf.
And then this person also wanted me to list to the audience, right, the various inspirational quotes that you had to know as a child growing up. And the person put labor for learning.
Before you grow old. Yeah. You know,
wisdom as silver and gold.
Yeah. And they have something about for learning, something like better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away,
but a good
education will never decay. I'm living proof of that.
And then the number one, we seem like everybody have to know, heights of great men
reached and kept.
Were not
attained by sudden flight, but while their companions slept. We used to have to do, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night, turning the pages.
Look at in love, hack out everything, man.
Yeah, yes. I bet because it made sense. The teachers help you to do that because it gives you a sense of it's important. Yes, sleep. You sleep, but not when you have work to do. And they guide you through life, you know.
Make you feel. You know, for some of us,
you got a sense of accomplishment.
For some of us doing this, as we get older, we start to recognize how deep it was.
When you get older, you have sense. But so it's good to just still say it and let them learn it.
That's true.
But my brother had a teacher, a male teacher. It was his at all his school. His son, the guy was the son of one of my father's friends, Mr. Cox from Higgintown. His son taught my brother, and Donovan loved him. I mean, I think Donovan did like school to that, but he really loved him. And I don't know if it's a psalm, but they had to learn a whole long something of scripture. And recently, I started saying it one day. I went over to Portmore, and Donovan could finish it. He still knows it.
Wow.
If it comes to my mind, I'll tell you what it was. Because, man, yep, it works.
Now, GB, we did, the last one that they did was the superstition one. Them love it. Here, this woman I tried to draw me up on social media about I must expound on the one with the woman sleeping with the tape measure, the superstition.
It's very clear.
Very clear, don't it?
It's just a belief, a belief that when one's partner dies, usually it's for the female is alive, the man goes, that part of our culture is that we think that the dead comes back, visits, and it is
really
believed that he comes to visit you.
But the woman should be happy that her dead husband wants to come back and visit.
But the living and the dead are not to mix.
Oh, okay. See.
You know.
And I love the comment. And you know what I love about...
You're in your world and I'm in mine.
Okay.
Remember, the marriage vow says, until death do us part.
So when death comes, we should part.
You have parted. Okay. Go your way.
Okay.
Go on. So that's where it comes from.
Okay.
That the dead will come back to try to have intimate relationships with his former lover,
So,
and so that is incubus and succubus business. And incubus is just really
yeah,
spirits
yeah.
having
Coming out, yeah.
intercourse with the living. Yeah. So we don't want that. That we are venturing into another world, and that's not where we want to be.
See it there?
So in the headspace, if you feel that the partner comes back, then you get ready. Perchance the spirit is roaming, and so you put your tape measure, and you, I suppose, don't make for women like me. I hope the girth is not too wide, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And you allow it to fall between your legs, thighs actually. And so perchance Mr. Man comes back, and when he reaches out, that phallic symbol, that length of thing, he's going to think he's at the wrong place and run away.
So
That's
you
what
know
it's
what?
about
I want to thank
in a society where larger heterosexual, and
yeah.
that's what used to happen.
I want to thank our Caribbean viewers.
Oh yes.
I'm reading the comments, and
yes.
people from Guyana, Barbados, right?
So many
Grenadines
similarities.
are saying, listen, and even Africa. I got
Yes.
some African comments
The
because I read a
Ghanaians.
lot of them. Yeah. They're like, no, this is not just Jamaica, this is Caribbean. So thank you so much. If you're watching from any of the Caribbean islands, we love the support. Keep supporting
Yes.
Kareem's Quest. Go to my website, kareemsquest.com. Especially if you plan to visit Jamaica and the diaspora people. Them. GB, I have to find a way to interview the diaspora people. Them. I need to find it. We did a story about buses, right? And buses
Yes.
in St. Mary. And this one brother said, listen man, he used to go up on Sunbeam. And used to
I
have
know
another...
Sunbeam. Sunbeam is it's usually a company, and one
Right.
person owns it. Yeah.
So
Sunbeam
him say,
used to pass
you
through
used to have
St.
another
Ann.
bus name, like it say Mail Packer or something like that.
Mayflower. We had the Mayflower.
One of them, right?
Sunbeam.
And him say, yo,
North Star.
him say, as a little child, him not even think about it that way there, but
Yeah.
him see it as race. And them a race for the bus stop, Pan Junction, you know, right? Because this is St. Mary.
Oh, well,
And him say, when Sunbeam reach, like before Mayflower, the whole bus a scream, right? Like said them.
we win. We made it. We made it.
So
It's nice.
him say thinking back as a child,
Yeah, when
he's
you
not
look back at
even
it.
knowing how dangerous it is, but him say a big excitement in the
I
bus.
remember we had a bus named Gossa Bus. Not a big fancy one then, but everybody from Monique coming right up, going to Front Court. And I've traveled on the steps, the first step going up,
Yeah.
travel upon it, and you push your hand round the window
And hold
and
it.
you hold on.
God have mercy.
And Jesus, there must be a supreme being. You see when it, and corners, it's just
Yes.
corner. And then when you're young, you're foolish, you know. God protects the innocent. And then when you're going around the corner and the bus go right down, you know, and you're going down on the side, you know. And then some people inside the bus saying, corner person, corner. Can't say the rest. But you Jamaican, you know the rest of that. And they come back up and it wasn't music, it was also some rough.
What the bus name
driving.
again?
Gossa Bus.
Spell it.
Gossa, G-O, I suppose I-S-O.
Okay.
Gossa Bus. Gossa Bus, that is a Gossa. But when you reach school gate and you realize you reach earlier, you hear the bell ring and you run for the marking name. But and when I look at it, it has its positives.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to be late. And so you crush up and you try straighten out the pleat them, but you got there, Gossa, take you again, and you swear blind, and I'll take it but tomorrow morning.
So this is our basically introductory school days podcast, because the truth is that we
The
just
school is
touch it. Yeah,
exciting.
we just touch on the going from August into the September morning.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to have to give you some more.
And parents were very helpful, you know. Go on. Like, you stay on the van and say, Taliban, come here, man. And my mother will come and say, that will have to cease, you see? Because you're not going to go to school to shame me and your father. And like, I say, stop the shouting now. But they will allow you, I mean, no one else says free paper burn, but you can make some noise and you can kind of talk, but you start get your English together. I was just telling somebody that O'Neill this morning, that you were expected, even if your parents were illiterate, and this is not just within your household, it's within your community, within the district. So if Donovan is down there and I up there and say, come here, boy, and somebody would scoff at you, I look at the girl who notice they're criticizing you in Creole, you know. And nothing wrong with Creole, you know, it has its place. But they set standards for us. Look at the girl who got ICE, who got high school. You are expected to conduct yourself in a certain way, and that would include how you communicate.
True.
Right?
GB, I don't want to go too
we're not
much.
tearing it down.
I don't want us to go too much in this podcast, so we're going to have to do another one about school, because let me just touch on this before I close. My older brethren, just like a person like your age, for me, say, when him fail common entrance, him father shame the whole district. Him say, his father felt like him let down the whole district.
Yes.
Right? It was
and that's sad.
It felt a heavy burden. Him and his father relationship immediately deteriorated. But that's for another time. Anyway, stay tuned to Kareem's Quest. You can go to my website, kareemsquest.com. You can get more cultural articles. GB and I also did this beautiful podcast about superstition, Caribbean superstitions. And you can look out for more content that we do, as well as Cecile Clayton. Cecile, big up yourself. Cecile has some more input that she wants to give. You know what I mean? But she did eye surgery, so she's just recuperating. So stay tuned. I love everything that you guys are doing to support Kareem's Quest.
Go